Hey guys, Rob here from toolreport.net. Today we're going to be welding on some hooks to a bucket so that we can use some chain so that we can do some lifting and that sort of thing with it. I had the tractor for 11 years and I've been meaning to put these on for about 11 years. Just finally now getting to it. So here we go. We're going to be using a Fein WSG 11115 grinder that we just unboxed a little bit ago. We're going to weld it up with a Miller Millermatic 211. I was going to take it, then decided it made no sense. So I'll just use the good old standby 211. It's my favorite welder anyways. So that's it. We're going to be using some Strong Hands V-pads. I don't know if you've ever used these things before, but they are pretty much amazing for holding things at odd shapes and odd sizes. That kind of shows you what they're capable of. My normal welding shop has a full set of them. I didn't have a set here in this shop, so I went ahead and picked up a set. It's got the different smaller sizes and some larger ones, so I'm going to use that to hold it. There's also a Strong Hands little clip holder deal that I've got as well that I normally use for holding tabs and that sort of thing. Maybe you can call it a tab holder, but for doing this sort of thing, actually, I like these a little bit more. So, go ahead and cut these bad boys out of here. Don't remember what a set of these cost. It was pretty affordable from what I remember. Easily. It's the large one for this. First, I'm gonna measure where I want this thing, and then we'll grind off the paint. Don't know if you've ever used the Milwaukee ink saws before, but they're pretty good pens, marking pens. Should be using a paint pen for this, but I have this handy, so I am using this. I think I'm going to go about 2 inches. I just like to make it somewhat uniform. So I think we'll set around 2 inch. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's go ahead and remove the paint from there. Thought I should mention what earplugs I'm actually going to be using. These are the Surefire Sonic Defenders, the EP4s. I don't know if you've ever used these before, but they're the inner ear style, extremely comfortable, and they're a baffling earplug, so it's pretty cool. I can wear them with the baffles out. Anything over a certain decibel, I think it's anything over like 28 or 30 decibels, the baffling will enable it to basically limit anything over that. Or sorry, this would be over 80 decibels. It has a limiting factor, I think around 25 or 28 decibels that it'll do for the noise reduction. But it's pretty cool because if my phone rings or if somebody's trying to get my attention, I don't know if you've ever been in a shop with hearing protection and somebody's trying to get your attention, it's pretty freaking dangerous, and you got somebody tapping on your back and you're doing something that could be hurting you. So it's pretty cool that you can still hear somebody talking to you with these in, but as soon as you fire up a grinder or saw or something else, then it kicks in. So they're extremely cool earplugs and you should check them out. They're around 13 bucks, I think, a set, which seems like a lot compared to foamies or something like that, but I've had these for an extremely long amount of time and still use them, just clean them up every once in a while and they're good to go. Okay, I got my earplugs in, safety glasses on, all the safety stuff out of the way. Let's go ahead and remove some paint, see what this little Fein does. You know what, just for comparison, I'm going to grab a different grinder that I use on a almost daily basis and see how it stacks up against it. Okay, this is kind of just my go-to standard grinder that we keep in the shop. It's a Makita GA4530, nothing special, just a 6 amp, 4.5 inch grinder with a flap wheel. This is a little bit more aggressive grit on it, but it'd still be a valid comparison between the two. So we'll see how they stack up. Just to make it a little spot on there for the ground clamp for the welder. Well, it seemed very comparable to me. Those would be the same price point that grinder basically sells for, in that 60 to 75 range. That's basically what this grinder is going to be selling for. So same price point, same market, same customer they'd be going after. Seems pretty comparable to me. Probably do a long-term report at some point to see how it holds up in the long term. Those 4530s actually last us a long time. We haven't really had any issues with them. We have some more expensive Makita grinders as well that we like quite a bit better. But honestly, that guy does pretty good. Doesn't have the beef to kind of really go to town on stuff. They've got some larger ones, the PC models that we usually run, but seems pretty good. So I'm going to set this hook and start doing some welding. Okay, from here you can see that Strong Hands V-pad that I'm talking about that helps you set items at a particular angle. You can set for being perpendicular, move it around for the angles. Works pretty good. It's a very handy welding item we'll add on there, so definitely recommend picking one up. Okay, now that we've got this all set, got my ground clamp on, gonna go ahead and tack it in on one side, then I'm gonna remove the V-pad, tack it on this side, and we'll just go ahead and burn it in. Let's go ahead and tack it on this one side. So that's what we wound up with. Like I said, not my best welds, but could be worse. I'm going to shoot it with some primer and some flat black, maybe some semi-gloss, and she'll be done. Oh, and here are the settings I use in case anybody's interested. I tend to run my wire feed a little bit lower than I guess most people for this setting, but I don't know, it seems to work fine for me. I don't typically use the auto set setting on here. I'm not too sure why. It's like driving a manual transmission versus an automatic. I just prefer to do my own settings. So, in conclusion, not much to welding hooks on a bucket like that. Basically just grind off the paint, order up some hooks, tack, and then weld them on, and then throw some paint on there. Not much to it. This is Rob with toolreport.net. Thanks for watching.